Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to make this skirt with ruffle side. So to make the skirt, I'll be using this fabric, elastic band, zip, and obviously scissors, tape measurement, and chalk. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to fold this fabric into two, so that I will be able to cut out the front pattern. So now the fabric is folded into two, and I'll be using my hip measurements divided by 4 plus extra 8 inches. And after that, I will mark the length of the skirt. So the length of the skirt I will be working with is 40 inches. So I'm going to mark it here. And I will use this part as the top of the skirt. And this line I'm marking will serve as my waistline. So after marking the waistline, the next thing is to divide my waist measurement by 4. And I'm going to mark it here. Then from this waistline, we go down by 8 inches, which is the distance between my waist to my hip line. And after that, I will also divide my hip measurement by 4, and I'll mark it here. And then I will connect my waistline down to my hip line. So after doing that, you just need to extend the hip measurement all the way down to the end of the skirt. So guys, after making my mark, the distance I have here is 8 inches, so which is perfect for my ruffles. So now I'm just going to mark 8 inches from the waistline because my waist measurement is smaller than my hip measurement, so that all my ruffles will be the same measurement. And after that, I will cut it out. So now we have the line here, which is the skirt measurement, and this excess here, which is our ruffle for the side. So now I'm going to pin it down and flip it to the other side, so that I can repeat everything we have here on the other side also. So we're doing this because this is a ruffle skirt, and we need to see our line clearly so that we can stitch on it when we take it to the sewing machine. So now for the back piece, which is actually very easy, I will just place the front piece on it, leaving about 1.5 inches or 2 inches on the front for the stitching allowance, as I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to pin them together. So after that, I'm just going to cut along the sides. So guys, after cutting the sides, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut here a little bit while the front and the back piece are together, so that we'll be able to attach the waistband later. So the next thing I'm going to work on is the back piece. So the back is actually going to have a zip at the top. So I will leave the zip allowance and then take it to the sewing machine and stitch from this part all the way to the end of the skirt. So this is what it looks like after. And this right here is the zip allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take this cut we have here. I take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down on fold like this. So I'll fold it like this all the way to the sides, bottom, and the other sides also. I will also do the same on the other piece, which is the front piece. So I will fold the top part, the sides, and the end of the skirt also. So guys, this is what it looks like. You see my stitches are all the way. The next thing we're going to do now is to join our front and back piece together. So now I'm going to place them together with the right side facing each other. And remember this point I cut earlier. I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and just going to make a stitch right here like this. And this is how it looks after I make the stitch. So now every other stitch we'll be making will be in front of this fabric. So now I'm going to make 2 lines to create casing on each side of the skirt like this because of the elastic. So the line will start right here on the waist all the way to the end of the skirt. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make 2 lines as well because of the elastic. So now this is what it looks like. So now that the lines are ready, the next thing we're going to do is to work on the waistband. So this waistband is about 2 inches wide because I want it to be about 1.5 inches wide after attaching it to the skirt. So I'm just going to head to the sewing machine and do the first stitch like this. And then flip it over and stitch it again to get my band. So now the band is ready. Now it's time to attach the zip to the back, which is very easy to do. Basically, I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and just stitch it together. So now the skirt is done, the zip is fixed. All that is left now is to add the elastic through the casing that we created the other time. So I wanted this skirt to be slightly below my knees. So I took the measurement from my waist to my desired length, which is about 22 inches. So I will use that 22 inches to cut my elastic. So the next is to place this elastic through the casing that I created earlier. So basically what I'm doing now is placing the elastic inside the casing with my safety pin. You need to be very careful because you know how safety pin and elastic can be. So when you get to the top, you need to hold the elastic down with your pins, office pin or any pin, so that it doesn't pull through the other side and you don't have to start over again. So I'm just going to pin it here and do it again on the other side. So now just take it to the sewing machine and just to secure the opening. And so that's all about this beautiful ruffle side skirt. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I upload my next video. Thank you for watching and see you guys in my next video. Bye.